I am Roland Johns. I am Sim Racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver number 35, stand up to Cancer Ford. I am Sim Racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am Sim Racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am Sim Racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am Sim Racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am Sim Racing.
We are Sim Racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DXR Round 2, hypothetically, back to Detroit Grand Prix. We had a little bit of a hiccup for Round 1, but it looks like the same hiccup. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, kind of. We're having a low show for tonight's race. It happens. We did start a little bit earlier, hoping that the East Coast guys wouldn't have to race at 10 o'clock at night. But hey, is what it is. Whoever turns up, turns up. But tonight's race is going to be, once again, a redo of the first race where we knew another series had some issues, and we were trying to, fit schedules, and so we were trying to be nice, and these guys got held over, so we're like, okay, we'll rerun the race, we'll be nice, and we'll give them a second chance so that this time they can make it. So we'll see what happens tonight. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be racing, once again, 12 laps for the feature. These guys will have a heat race, which is going to be 3 laps long, so they will have to go toe-to-toe with each other, and then on that 12 lap, they will have to take gas. So last time I think they have 4 to 6 gallons of gas in the tank to start, and then I got rid of the fuel limit this time. So instead of them having an issue where possibly they needed to pit a second time, they can take as much fuel as they want this time instead of a 50% limit. So that shouldn't cause a problem. They should be able to take, I think 7 or 8 gallons is enough to finish the race. So that should get them towards the finish. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes to go. As we're still waiting for more racers to join, tonight's track is a doozy. Let's go ahead and bring in one of the drivers and talk to him about the track, and maybe he can explain it a little bit better to us and how you're going to handle some of those corners. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So, snagged one of the drivers, Alan Dobbs, running the number 22. We're going to go ahead and hop on with him and give you guys a little bit of a rundown of how this track's going to handle. And yeah, Alan, you are on mic, so if you want to explain anything, go ahead and do that.
All right. Well, this is a straightaway. It's long and fast, and we're coming to our first really hard braking point here. Down to first.
Now, what are...
You gotta hug this guy right there, because that little black cushion, it's in the way.
Now, down that straight, we noticed some things happen last race. Can you explain what happens when you're running in a pack on some of these straights?
Well, it's deceptively fast. You actually get into a draft, and even though you feel like you're hitting the rev limiter, you're gaining 10, 15 miles per hour more than you're used to. So it
Yeah.
makes those braking points come up really fast.
That was probably the most surprising thing because we never tested that during the practice. We never tested, or noticed the draft until you guys like were literally running someone down while being, a car length behind them. It was insane. Like the speed just appeared.
Yeah, and you had to be really close for it to work, really.
Yeah. All right, so through that kind of chicane area, I saw you guys making some passes there. Do you think that's still going to be an option?
Yeah, I think so, but I also think that people have had more practice, so they're probably going to be having a better line and not opening as many doors. You really have to have you got to have a large door to put this thing into because there's not much room on this track.
All right, looks like practice is almost over. I'm going to go ahead and put you back. Thanks again, Alan.
All right, thank you.
All right. Alan Dobbs with 5 seconds to go. Let's go ahead and get ready for some racing. All right, while these guys are grading and getting ready for the first heat, I'd like to thank our series sponsors. That's going to be Lawrence Equipment and also Joka Graphics. And then for our broadcast sponsors, Critical Hit Bachelors and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. All right, so it looks like it's going to go ahead and split it up evenly. We have Alan Dobbs racing against Darren Hardesty and Luke Knupp tonight. Alan Dobbs with a really good finish the last race. Definitely drove hard trying to get around, I believe it was Aaron. Too bad Aaron isn't here tonight, but definitely a close call. He did chop off his nose into that last section, but hey, it was the last lap. You got to play aggressive. You got to keep him behind you, and this is a tough track to pass, so you got to really use that drafting to your advantage. And Aaron could have done the same thing in the sense of he could have carried it through a little bit, but hey man, it happens. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag up in the air. And we are green up in front. Darren Hardesty, Alan Dobbs, and Luke Knupp. Luke taking the outside. Alan with a good start in the front. Looks like Darren's going to go ahead and drop behind. Down the straight. This is the straight we're talking about. This is going to get a little treacherous. If you guys don't watch their braking points, it's going to be an issue. Looks like Darren drafting behind Luke Knupp. Alan making the smart move, staying on the inside, not letting Luke get a draft on him, and he's got to watch his braking points. Everyone on their toes right now. Beautiful braking. Nice follow through. Looks like Alan might get a little bit bumped from Luke. Nope, Luke watches his braking points. There we go. All right, turn 4 already. Getting up on the binders on that one. Darren getting a little loose on the back end. Down into turn 5. And into the second straight of this race. This one is where we saw the worst accident, especially on lap 1. So it looks like Luke brakes a little bit early, trying to watch out for his braking point. Nice call there. Alan sends a little bit of a deep brake. Darren's still trying to reel these guys back in. Now for turn 7 and 8 as we roll through the chicane. Alan Dobbs with still a solid lead. Luke Knupp not letting him go. Darren just a breath behind these guys. All right, lap 1 ticking off. Close race still for all the drivers. Anyone can make a mistake. All right, this is going to be Darren and Luke's opportunity to catch up to these guys. You got to get into that draft. You have to toe in behind Alan. Alan might go to try and shake him off, but we'll see what happens. Looks like Alan is going to stay on the outside this time. Take the preferred line. Luke over-rotates just a tad bit. Saw his rear end lock up. Ooh, misses the black barriers. He got lucky there. Darren Hardesty staying a couple car lengths behind Luke Knupp, doing his best just to stay on Alan Dobbs's rear end right now. He's a car length away. They're on the straight. This is it. Now, is he going to match his braking point, or is he going to go ahead and send it a little bit? Nope, he brakes a little bit earlier. But he goes to the inside. Oh, can he beat Alan Dobbs out of the corner? Luke hugging the corner. Can he? Oh, chops his nose off. Nice run by Luke Knupp there. Alan Dobbs is going to have one lap. Oh, Luke overshoots the corner. It's going to go into a run for Alan Dobbs. Nope, Alan. No challenge there. Guns it up ahead. Luke over-rotates it. Looks like he's just trying to send it into the corner. Darren Hardesty looking for that extra speed to come up on him now as Luke's over-rotating. Darren has a chance to run past him. At Detroit, smooth is fast, and that's all you have to do right now is just stay smooth, stay fast, and stay ahead. If your tires are screeching, you're making some bad moves out there. All right, on the final lap, Darren Hardesty with Luke Knupp behind him, trying to run him down, slapping into that wall. We're going to see that time in and time again. Everyone putting their autograph out there. Luckily, it doesn't do too much damage to the frame. That's one thing I've noticed about Detroit. It's a pretty forgiving track when it comes to slapping the wall. Darren Hardesty, having a hard time transitioning there. Luke Knupp looking to his outside. Brakes a little earlier. Oh, and touches the wall. Detroit is a very, very tight track. You got to be careful on those exits. Every inch counts out here. Side by side, down straight number 2. Darren in the preferred line. He can brake a little bit sooner. He's going to push Luke to the outside. Luke's going to do what he did last time, try and take the inside line away like he did to Alan Dobbs. Darren chopping off his nose just a tad bit, playing some defense, not letting him get on the inside. As we get ready for the last couple of turns coming up. Luke still looking for a passing point, can't find it. This part's tough. Darren up on the gas. Alan trying to run away. Alan Dobbs in the lead. Crosses the finish line. He finishes first in his heat. Second goes to Darren Hardesty. And third, Luke Knupp. A great run by all 3 drivers. Luke challenging each and every one of them for their position. What a run. All right, next up is going to be Zach Drapkin, Cam Peterson, and Mikey Lawrence. All right, looks like Mikey starting in third, so he's going to be behind Zach Drapkin and Cam Peterson. Here we go. Flag up in the air. Green flag drops. Zap Drapkin starting on the outside. Cam on the inside. Looks like Mikey dropping in behind him. Getting out of that line is extremely important. Down into the straight. Zach stepping out. Mikey kind of taking both of them for a draft right now. Looks like Zach touching the brake. Brakes. He's looking for that braking point. Brakes a little too soon. Mikey gets out ahead of him. Smooth is fast at Detroit right now. Still nose to tail right now. Cam Peterson and Mikey Lawrence behind him. Zach Drapkin trying to pull in Mikey Lawrence. Question is, can Cam clock out? And I don't think he can. Mikey was super smooth at this track. We've seen him throw down some pretty fast times. This might be, he's been really working on, keeping all 4 tires contacted and rolling through. Sends it in a little bit deeper. Oh, Zach getting a little loose on that entrance. Mikey trying to send it a little bit deeper, ends up slapping the wall. Looks like Cam is still fishing for braking points, though. You saw him halfway through that apex, tap the brakes. His front tires locked up, or not locked up, but you could see him definitely lurch out there. All right, coming around into the finishing straight, taking off the first lap. Mikey still in tow. Zach dropping back just a little bit. I think all Zach needs to really do is maybe just be a little bit smoother out there, and he might find the speed that he's looking for. I know it's tough because you want to be fast and you want to send it around these corners. This is a very tough track to be fast at. On the braking points, looks like Cam hits that little bump just a little too loose. Mikey just a second behind him. Zap Drapkin trying to close that gap. Riding on with Mikey Lawrence right now in the number 85. Lawrence equipment machine as he runs down the straight too. Into the corner. Tries to make up some speed there with his braking point. Trying to catch up to Cam Peterson. Cam just a nose or two ahead. Just so you guys can see how smooth it is for these drivers. Even though their trucks are lifting up on every corner, they have to keep all 4 tires connected and just not break them loose. Look how smooth he tries to be around these corners. Definitely not locking up the tires. Getting a little control as he spins out a tap hit or overshoots the corner. Down into the finishing straight. Taking off the next lap. All right, final lap. Here we go. Mikey Lawrence has a chance, though. He's going to hit the straight. He has a chance to reel in behind Cam Peterson. Can he do it? Brakes just a little too soon. You saw him check his braking point there. He braked and then had to lurch and then brake again. It's like both of these straights are like playing chicken with the person in front of you. You don't know when they're going to brake, and some of them, depending on their brake bias, it's hard to tell. Last time we actually saw some really smooth brake, or I think they had more of a rear brake bias, I think is what it was. So you weren't really seeing the body roll when they were coming up to the corner, and so these guys were having a hard time judging when they were braking, and were getting rear-ended. But it looks like a lot of these guys are still using front brake bias. They haven't switched it over to the rear, and you can definitely see when their front end drops on them. And they're probably using that just to tow them around the corner. I know this is a tough track to get this truck to turn. So what happens is you have to use the body roll to kind of throw the weight around and get it around these corners. Mikey Lawrence right behind him. Coming up to the final straight. Before turn 10 and 11 into the finish. Trying to carry the speed through. Slaps the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, heat number 2, finishing with Cam Peterson, Mikey Lawrence, and Zach Drapkin. What a run by these guys. Definitely a difficult one. We'll have to see what happens when we go to the feature. 6 drivers, only 3 will hit the podium. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh, a little bit of a shake-up there. it's going to give Mikey Lawrence the pole. Cam Peterson's going to be sitting in 5th. Wow. Is that really what it is? We'll have to see when it loads. Oh, no, we have a 5-minute warm-up. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with 5 minutes on the clock, gives these guys a little bit more time to practice. I'm going to see if they want to go ahead and advance the session, or if they want to go ahead and sit through the warm-up. All right, looks like they want to keep practicing, which is good on them. The more time, the better. This is going to be tough with 6 drivers. 3 is a little easier with braking points because technically the third guy can kind of sit back and ride along. But as we get into 6 drivers lined up, we're going to be 3 rows deep. And that last row is going to have a hard time really seeing who's braking. So probably going to see a little bit of stuff in there, but we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and ride along with Mikey Lawrence one more time. Actually, while we're at it, let's go ahead and run through everyone's paint schemes. So it looks like Mikey Lawrence running that Lawrence Equipment and Haas factory outlet on the front. We have Maxxis tires for Alan Dobbs. Darren Hardesty in the Ultra Motorsports number 99. Zap Drapkin running a generic paint scheme, the Fanatec General Tires. Cam Peterson in his General Tires, Jim Beaver Esports, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish Vision, Gibson, all his sponsors. And then Luke Knupp in his, looks like Ultra Motorsports, Rigid, Diamondback Materials paint scheme. All right, 40 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not gotten any snacks, any beverages, and you feel like you have to use the restroom, I'd use it now because this race is going to go by fast, and it's going to be quick, and there's going to be a lot of action. So if you're not there, you're going to miss it. Once again, I'd like to thank our series sponsors. That's going to be Lawrence Equipment and Joka Graphics. Also, for our broadcast sponsors, that's going to be Critical Advanced Lures, bringing us those awesome caution reports, and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. There we go. Warm-up is over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the feature event. Beautiful foliage. I can't even say it. It's foiled my plan to say foliage. Foil. All right, so it's going to be Alan Dobbs, Cam Peterson, Darren Hardesty, Mikey Lawrence, Luke Knupp, and Zach Drapkin for the lineup. Ooh, this is going to be good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, green flag up in the air. And we are green, green, green. Cam Peterson on the inside. Alan Dobbs looking to already push over towards him. Cam dropping in behind him. Probably setting himself up for that draft. A little bit of bumping and banging already for some of these drivers. Mikey Lawrence looking to the inside. Same thing with Luke Knupp. Nope. They're all going to pile it. What is going on? All 4 drivers in the second row looking for a braking spot. Oh, Darren Hardesty taking Cam Peterson to the wall. Good move, but could not beat him around the corner. Alan Dobbs, Cam Peterson, Darren Hardesty, Luke Knupp, Mikey Lawrence, and Zach Drapkin all lined up. Darren getting to the rear end of Cam Peterson just a tad bit, giving him a little bit of a tap. Not too much, though. Looking to the inside, Darren trying to run him down. The second straight, we've seen a lot of accidents happen the last race. Is he going to be able to hit his braking point, and can he get to the inside of him? Luke Knupp stepping out. Darren peeking. Oh, what is going to happen? Everyone looks like they made it through cleanly. Cam Peterson trying to run down Alan Dobbs. Luke Knupp looking to the inside of Darren Hardesty. Oh, gives him a nose around the corner. He needed that extra speed to catch up to Cam. Mikey Lawrence still holding back. Once again, these guys will have a green flag pit. That means they have to do their own pit strategy. They're not going to have a comp caution. They need to roll in and grab fuel when they can. So it's on to these guys. What are they going to do? Down the finishing straight. Alan Dobbs still in the lead. Darren Hardesty right behind Cam Peterson. Luke Knupp trying to run down Darren. Mikey Lawrence still in the right behind him. Zach Drapkin rolling out of the corner like he just came from the world of Mad Max. Zach, I'd hit the pits a little sooner than these guys. See if you can grab a full tank and repair that damage and get back on the track, man. Might help out. And it looks like still Alan Dobbs, Cam Peterson, Darren Hardesty, Luke Knupp, and Mikey Lawrence. Nose to tail right now. Darren looking to cut that corner just a little bit tighter, maybe to gain a little bit of more speed. You guys a little bit of a rear view from Alan Dobbs as Cam Peterson tries to run him down. Alan finding some speed there. Look at that. Creating some distance. Down towards the... Oh, looks like Alan Dobbs hitting the pits early. Seeing what he can do out there. That's going to mix it up. Darren Hardesty, Cam Peterson, Luke Knupp. Mikey Lawrence looks like Luke. Stepping out just a tad bit, but not able to make a pass. All right, let's see if Alan Dobbs' pit strategy is going to work out for him. 2 laps in, and he's going to try and grab what he needs. Zach Drapkin still staying out there and running for it. Cam, I feel like what Alan did might have screwed the pooch for everyone else. He was holding back Cam Peterson, and now Cam has room to stretch. And that is going to get tough for a lot of these other drivers out here that maybe didn't have the speed to keep up with Cam, but had the ability to battle with him if they, if someone held him up. Now it's really going to change up the field. Cam already a couple car lengths ahead. What is going to happen? These guys still staying within reach of Cam Peterson. Darren trying to run him down. What is going to happen now? Oh, Luke Knupp slaps the wall and rotates himself. Oh, no. Mikey Lawrence being a nice guy, getting him back on the track. Uh-oh. Here comes Zach Drapkin. Mikey taking the time to help a teammate out. He's going to go ahead and hit the pits. He feels like that's the thing to do. Let's go ahead and get a quick overhead of what's happening on the track. Darren and Cam Peterson still on the track. Zach Drapkin now in third. Mikey Lawrence and Luke Knupp are in the pits. And Alan Dobbs, a hot second behind these guys. He might find himself in first if he can get out ahead. Sorry, I have to catch up. There's a lot of turns in this corner. Or in this track. Corner. There's a lot of corners in this turn. All right, there we go. Exiting down into the straight. Cam Peterson up ahead. Darren Hardesty trying to run him down right now. Darren throwing down about a second slower than Cam Peterson right now. So he's got a lot to work up to. But he's still there. Cam Peterson with a strong lead. And I think there is a battle between Mikey Lawrence and Luke Knupp. We'll go ahead and jump over to that in a second. We're going to see what Cam and Darren do, if they're going to hit the pits or if they're going to stay out. Cam diving into the pits. Darren following suit. We're going to jump over to Luke Knupp and Mikey Lawrence right now out on the track. Close battle between these guys right now. They did hit the pits early, so this is going to drop them off. Hopefully in second and third, but it just depends. When can Cam and Darren get out of the pits? Looks like Cam doesn't take tires, gets out with only fuel. One second, ladies and gentlemen. Got to go to the right camera. There we go. Alan Dobbs and Cam Peterson neck and neck right now. Cam able to beat Alan out of the pits. Alan with a very, very short pit and still not able to get in front of him. Yeah, Cam beat him by 1.2 seconds out of the pits. That was the difference between him catching up to him. That's insane. Well, while these guys are fighting it out there, let's go ahead and tune in and check out one of our other drivers, Zach Drapkin, out on the track playing defense with a lot of guys behind him right now. Darren Hardesty, Luke Knupp, and Mikey Lawrence trying to run him down. Zach keeping his truck wide, throwing out those elbows, not letting them see any lanes to pass. Now's the time just to tighten up those braking points and keep that third place position. Darren Harsey looking for a pass on Zap Drapkin. Looks to the inside. Oh! Gets around him. Can Zach send it in on the next turn and get to the inside of Darren? What a tight battle between both these drivers right now. Luke Knupp and Mikey Lawrence also in a struggle for position. In a track that's so tough to pass on. You have to find every ounce of speed. All right, back to the front pack. Cam Peterson and Alan Dobbs still following in behind each other. Looks like Cam keeping it loose out of that corner into turn 6. That was pretty nifty there. Definitely seeing some new driving lines now. Now that he's had some time on the track. Looks like he's keeping that truck just on the edge of breaking loose. But Alan Dobbs reeling him back in. And here we go, Zap Drapkin and Darren Hardesty. Luke Knupp and Mikey Lawrence behind Zap Drapkin, trying to run him down. Mikey Lawrence and Luke Knupp still in a battle neck and neck. Luke just slapping the wall just a tad bit too hard. Mikey still looking for a place to pass. He needs to really catch up to him on this straight and then step out to the inside and try and send it in on him if he wants to look for that opportunity. But Mikey still staying in right behind him. Down the straight, Zap Drapkin, Luke Knupp, and Mikey Lawrence. Mikey looks to the inside. Oh, Luke takes a hard, deep break and cuts across the corner. Gets around Zap Drapkin. That was smooth as butter. Silky smooth. Ooh, sends it in just a little too much on that exit. Everyone touching the barrier for good luck. Question is, can Luke Knupp run down Darren Hardesty without having Mikey Lawrence catch up to him? 5 laps to go for the leaders. Let's go ahead and check in with them. In turn 5, Cam Peterson, Alan Dobbs. Looks like Alan dropping another second behind. Last time we checked in with him, he was at 2 seconds. Looks like he's at 3 now. Smooth is fast. And right now, that is tough. Alan Dobbs looking for any ounce of speed he can find out there. Riding along with Alan Dobbs right now as he gets ready to head into straight number 2. Oh, sorry. As he gets ready to head into the finishing straight. And then straight number 1 right after that. Four laps to go. Cam still in the lead. Allen slowly falling off pace. That's tough. Let's go ahead and check in with everyone else out there. Darren Hardesty still with a good lead, but look at this. Looking up Mikey Lawrence. Mikey driving the outside, Luke on the inside. Mikey with a nice fast exit as they go into turn 3. Right behind him. There we go. I think that's Mikey's opportunity. Down the second straight, he's going to step out. Looks like Luke getting out in front of him, playing some defense. Unless Mikey's going for a draft. Can he get him around the corner? That is so tough because you look to try and beat him on that run on the exit, and it's just, they have the ability to just drive up and close that door so fast. It's just a moment. You have to be there and then hope that they're not, you know, already in the an attempt to close it. Luke really sending his speed through and just tapping off that wall. Mikey just being patient. 3 laps to go. Luke getting up on the dirt. Looks like he just swerved a little bit to break the draft. Mikey taking him side by side. Oh, Luke locks up his tires. Mikey hitting the binders too. Oh my gosh. He's getting closer and closer down that first straight, trying to beat him. And it's not working out for him. As they get ready for the second straight, can he beat him down there again? It took him a while to close that gap. He's got to close it again before he can start, you know, chasing him down the straights, trying to beat him in the corner. Getting closer. One thing Mikey hasn't done yet, which honestly is a kudos to him, he hasn't bumped and run yet. He's yet to bump Luke Knupp out of the way and run him down and try and get a run off of him. And that takes a lot of patience and a lot of a lot of reserve, because sometimes in those corners, you just want to push the guy out. You're like, oh, if I just take it in a little bit deeper, I can just send him out, and then I can take it. but definitely a testament to how clean he wants to drive Luke Knupp. It's great to see that out there. Mikey Lawrence getting close to his tires. Oh, slaps the wall. He is not letting Luke Knupp go as they get ready to be on, or they're on the second lap, but they're getting ready for that one lap to go. Cam Peterson and Alan Dobbs doing a great job in front. What is going to happen? Mikey Lawrence sends it in on that corner. Trying something new. Didn't entirely work, but it was definitely worth the effort. Here we go. All right, back to the front. We're going to go ahead and check in with Cam Peterson. As they head into turn 3 right now. Cam Peterson leading the pack strong. Putting down a pretty long lead between him and Alan Dobbs. I saw Dobbs slow down on one of those corners. I wonder if he had some car troubles, maybe some issues shifting. On the exit, he definitely looked just bogged up. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The final lap. Almost over. Cameron Peterson in the lead. Alan Dobbs behind him. Darren Hardesty still holding on strong in third. Last corner and onto the finishing straight. Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher is going to be Cam Peterson. Second place is going to be Alan Dobbs. And now for the battle of a lifetime, let's jump over to those guys in the back. Luke Knupp and Mikey Lawrence. Let's watch this. Here we go. Battling for 4th and 5th right now. Mikey Lawrence sending in just a tad bit on Luke Knupp. Gets up on the binders. Can he beat him to the finish? Darren Hardesty taking third. Luke sends it out. Oh, I was back in. Whirling around. Mikey Lawrence and Luke Knupp. Luke taking 4th and Mikey taking 5th. And Zap Drapkin finishing in 6th. What a run for these guys. This is such a tough track. I don't expect anyone to have an easy time out there. But congratulations to all of our finishers. That was tough. All right, let's get these guys in the booth. All right, once again, first place Cam Peterson, second place Alan Dobbs, Darren Hardesty in 3rd, Luke Knupp in 4th, Mikey Lawrence in 5th, and Zach Drapkin in 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, our 3rd place finisher, the number 99, Darren Hotspot Hardesty. Darren, what a run. You had a pretty exciting battle Alan hit the pits, and then it kind of stretched out from there, and then you're able to get around everyone. That honestly was that was probably a really stressful race for a lot of you guys.
Yeah, honestly, I thought I had some speed at first, was trying to make some aggressive moves, and then I went into the pits to get gas, and I accidentally got 5 tires, actually.
5 tires?
Yeah.
Oh, you needed to change your spare too? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, apparently. So my team threw another tire on it, and so I was down a little bit. So I just had to do a little bit of racing with Zach, and eventually I managed to just get in the third and stay there. But it had just gapped out so much after that. I don't think I had those guys.
Yeah, I saw your pit time. It was 33.7 seconds.
Oh, I gotta get a new crew.
Yeah, you need to start hiring from NASCAR, man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what my guys are doing out there.
But still a really good run. I honestly, if I think Alan didn't dip out sooner and he stayed in with the fight a little bit longer, I think you guys would have had a better run against Cam, because he was definitely holding him up and not letting him pass, and that was just such a tough run.
Yeah, exactly that. And I noticed towards the end of the race, I kind of was running Alan down, so it would have been cool if my team didn't put tires on it at all, because I kind of forgot to uncheck the boxes. But yeah, if that wouldn't have happened, I think him and I would have had a good battle, and probably something for Cam.
I definitely think so, man. Well, good job out there. And do you have any sponsors you want to shout out?
Not currently, no, but I'd like to congratulate my team member Zach for finishing this one, and congrats to Mikey Lawrence also for crossing the line running.
Yeah, because he ran out of fuel last time. It happens though. That was my mistake. I didn't give enough people fuel, so my bad.
It's all right. It happens to the best of us.
It does. But with that being said, thanks for coming up in the booth, man. And we'll go ahead and pull in the next guy. Ladies and gentlemen, our second place finisher, the number 22, Alan Dobbs. Alan, you broke my heart. You dipped out early. What happened?
Well, I just wanted to get the pit stop taken care of. And we could have done it from lap 1 if we wanted.
Yeah, you were.
I was just trying to get out before Cam, but because I knew if he pitted before me, it was going to be harder for me to come out before him.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to get in pits first, try to carry that speed and get around, but he was just a little bit faster in pits.
Do you want to know how much he beat you by in the pits?
I mean, it couldn't have been much, but it was a couple seconds, I think.
1.2. He beat you by 1.2 seconds.
So that's pretty much the difference right there.
Yeah. How many gallons did you grab?
9.
He probably grabbed 8.
he said he grabbed 8, and I did have a gallon extra. He said he had a decent amount extra too. So I'm not sure if that was completely it or if it was just.
Yeah, I think
maybe he had a better entrance, or he
your entrance looked really
a little
smooth.
bit better, or he got a better shot out of the pit box, because I know I'm really slow at starting these things off. I hadn't figured that out yet.
Mm-hmm.
It was still a good race, and
yeah, but
it was kind of got boring, but
well, it happens when someone's able to run away, especially on this track. You know, it's such a tight track; it's hard to pass, and then when someone really gets a good run. And has no one to battle with, it stretches out just like a road race does, and that's the whole point about these road races is to have it stretch out like that, so that you guys have to think a little bit outside the box to try and reel the person in, or pit strategy comes into play.
Cam is just so smooth.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
hard.
It's another thing to add to that is you got to get around someone that's really consistent in Pro 2s.
And there at the end, I was just kind of searching around, trying to find could I brake later. Could I brake sooner and carry more speed? And I found some things that gained me some time on him, and then I found quite a few things that lost me some time on him. So there was just no way I was catching him without a big mistake.
No, I feel you, man. It's a tough track, and especially when you have Cam up ahead, and we saw in the heat where he just broke away and just ran with it. That's why I saw you dip into the pits, and I was like, oh no, he didn't. I was like, you just need to stay there for the rest of the guys. Like, let someone else try and pass him and get too deep, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I think it would have been just still so hard for anybody to get past him, because I mean he was a couple of tenths faster than me on average, and it was still really hard for him to get past me. So I think it was his race to lose from the get go, and he did everything right.
Yep.
So,
well, man, you did a good job out there. You held your own. Do you have anyone you want to shout out? Say thank you to?
just thank you for the broadcast. Thank you for letting me be here.
Thanks for racing.
And thanks for a good race from everybody.
You got it, man. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher, the number 48, Cameron Peterson. Cameron, what an amazing run. Like I told Alan, I was a little upset that he dipped out early. I think he was holding you up a little bit and definitely was making it tough because those guys were looking to pass you at every corner.
I had my eyes in my mirror as well as in front of me when Alan was in front of me.
Yeah.
I got a hop on Alan right off the start, but I've learned in these asphalt pro truck races that you don't want to be out front because you don't have any draft, which means you have to do that in the corners. You're braking harder, you're turning harder. So I was kind of biding my time behind Alan, saving my tires. I wasn't sure if he was going to take tires in the pits or not. I didn't really do any math in my head, thinking if it would be any faster in the long run to take tires or not. I ended up taking tires regardless, but
Oh, you did take tires?
I did. No, I didn't. No.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, no, Darren took tires and he spent 33 seconds in the pits.
Yeah, no, it takes a long time.
Those tires are so big.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that helped me out quite a bit in the long run, saving my tires. I was watching some replays, trying to figure out what other guys were doing because I didn't have much experience on this track, less than 20 laps probably. So I wasn't really sure what to expect in terms of competition. I seen Alan throwing down some pretty quick laps. I seen Mikey throwing down some pretty quick laps too, and I thought that was impressive. They were both right on my tail for the majority of both my races.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, it was it's good to see such clean driving there too. I mean, no one was doing Hail Marys into the corners or anything like that. It was just clean driving, and it's good to see that.
Yeah, I think after the first race, they figured out that they have to watch their braking points on the straights because you get up to 120 miles an hour, and I think some of them actually had their rear brake bias set a little higher than their front, so their body roll wasn't happening. So you wouldn't see the body roll, and then they just slam into the person in front of them, expecting to see the nose drop.
It doesn't always work out very good.
Yeah,
do it like that. It's not the dirt.
No, it's not.
Not at all. But yeah, like you live and you learn. I mean, you go on to the next race and use it to your advantage if you can. That's just what you got to do, and that's part of racing, right?
Exactly. And we have Laguna Seca next, another road course. So hopefully this helps out for those guys that smooth as fast and keep those braking points there.
Yeah, that corkscrew is quite the doozy.
Yeah, it is. So we'll see how you guys handle it.
Yeah, I think it'll be a learning curve for some and really good racing for most. So
I definitely agree. You got it, man. Great job out there. I know you have some sponsors you want to shout out.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you guys for putting this on, for the broadcast, for organizing everything, and it's something to do that's organized this well is got to be thankful for that kind of thing. I know the truck count was a little low tonight, but this track wasn't free, so not everyone has this track. I think that was the problem.
I think so too.
It's a good track. I really like racing on it, but that happens. I think next week will be a different story. I'm looking forward to that. But the guys on the Jim Beaver team, we got General Tire, Polaris Razor, Vision Wheel, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish, GSP, XTP Axles, Gibson Performance, and Acronis. That's out for those guys as always, and looking forward to the next one.
Awesome, man. Thank you for coming out tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I know it's a small truck count, but once again, you have to buy these trucks and then you have to buy the track, and it happens. With that being said, don't forget to tune in next weekend on Sunday. We'll have our next race. Wednesday night is going to be an off week, so I'll see everyone on Wednesday and enjoy the vacation, because I know I am having an extra day to get stuff done. With that being said, I hope everyone had a good night. Once again, thank you, Lawrence Equipment and Joker Graphics, for our sponsorships, and also for our broadcast sponsor, Critical Hit Bachelors and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. With that being said, good night, everyone.